How do you, in fact, see the presence of the Prime Minister at the temples in southern India? It looks like, there are a lot of temples in South India, but many of them never understood the historical significance, the religious significance, and probably the Prime Minister's visit is actually throwing some light on the significance of these temples in these regions as well.
No doubt. Prime Minister's visit, it cuts across the geographical boundaries of India. And there is a kind of feeling, or misinformation that only in the central or Hindi belt and North India, the Ram, the greatness of Ram and the kind of religious significance it has got. People believe that. But in South India, it is going on. Now, we may not have the same exuberance as North Indians have, but there are temples named after Sri Ram historically for centuries together. And those temples are sacred places for South Indians. South Indians silently and religiously, with all humility and the kind of austerity, they go and visit temples and that. And especially Mr. Modi, as I said in the beginning, he cuts across geographical boundaries and tries to bring that the concept of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat Parampara. So that itself shows that he has a kind of religious identity in a spiritual sense. Politically people may differ and all that. I don't think anybody, including the people of other religions, have grows against this particular kind of whatever the consecration that's going on historically after 550 years of struggle. So therefore, in that context, I think the cultural diversity and the sense of unity that India has got, primarily, the Hindu people, the Hindus have accepted all faiths, people of all faiths as part of their own. But at the same time, they have their own identity, and that rejuvenation of the identity of what is that Hindu spiritual awareness or consciousness, the mega approach of identity, I think it has been revived with the consecration ceremony of January 22nd. So the very fact that Mr. Modi has chosen to visit temples which are connected with Ram and his own whatever great significance and impact it had. The Maryada Purusha. Maryada Purusha means the best of man, the best of qualities, the kind of tributes that we give to Ram are the best qualities, the culturally, the excellent characteristics of a human being, even as Praja Dharma. I think Modi is doing it. You look at him, Mr. Varghese, the way he is going around temples with such kind of a sense of purity in him. And then he is eating only the Rishi Muni food, like the fruits and all that, and tender coconut and all. So that itself shows that he is purifying himself, from the point of view of the general connect with the people of India who have such reverence for the deities and the famous whatever temples that are there. And so it is very well planned, and a Prime Minister has taken meticulous care to see that he visits South India temples. Yesterday he was there in Kerala. Today he is there in Tamil Nadu, and then he will go to Dhanushkodi. Look at the kind of connection that is there. Wherever Ram has gone, or people believe that Ram has gone. And after all, Astha and belief, they are part of human, whatever the highest sense of religious identity. If not religious, spiritual identity, which every religion accepts. So therefore, in that context, I agree with you that Prime Minister is doing something which is very, very relevant historically before he goes to Ayodhya. So that means to say all India is one. The entire Indian population should feel proud that there is a consecration ceremony of a temple, which for 550 years they had to wait for a legal verdict. So there itself it shows that the kind of patience that the people had, and that particular patience, the people have realized that today or the January 22nd is a day, a symbolic day on which the people of India, especially the majority people, Hindu religion, they feel that they are liberated from the kind of whatever the limitations that they had because of historical reasons. So there is nothing negative about it. Even politically, people say that he is keeping 2024 Lok Sabha elections in mind. Doesn't matter. BJP has openly identified with the, the establishment of Ram Temple, and that has come handy. And that itself is a coincidence. That is a divine coincidence, I would say. And Prime Minister Modi is showing that he is a divine follower. a servant of the people in the name of that religion, which has the Catholicity, which has the ability to, submerge and accept all people of all faiths. I'm sure everybody with a civilized sense of reason and goodwill definitely will appreciate what Prime Minister is doing. And I and you also feel very happy that the historical day is nearing. And for that, he's trying to connect South India and the people of South who have a lot of respect for Ram, which has not been exhibited so far. Perhaps he's trying to show that this is also an occasion to celebrate all over India. I think that is how
Right.
I can summarize the visits of Prime Minister. Very relevant to the historical whatever connections or the kind of the evidences that people have said, including Ramasetu. That particular thing. It also shows that he is trying to connect to the last point where Rama went to kill the evil that is in Ravana, and then bring back that resurrection of the spiritual victory of good people over bad people. And that way also, I think it's a very relevant and very timely also, according to me.